Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zalima and I am the owner of Plant and Grow Holistic Healing. I'm releasing this video today because I have been getting so many requests to provide more information about traveling as a plant-based vegan. So I wanted to share my journey with you from my first solo trip to Costa Rica. So I stayed at a wellness resort in Costa Rica called The Retreat. They had the option at the retreat to purchase a package where all of your meals were included. So they provided an option for a plant-based breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They also did have meat and dairy options available for those who would be interested. But I picked this resort primarily because they had plant-based options, and that typically is a concern when I am traveling. I tend to do a lot of extensive research in order to figure out what places would be suitable for my dietary preferences. So as you can see, day one, when I got there, it was time for lunch. So I had an amazing lunch with great views. After lunch, I just kind of took a tour of the resort, and then I got ready for dinner. The next morning when I woke up, I did my own yoga practice, and then I did a little turmeric facial before heading down to breakfast. After breakfast, I spent most of my time outside, just soaking in the sun and spending time just really connecting with myself, because that was the whole purpose of this solo trip, to really truly take some time to unwind, slow down, and reconnect with myself. I got some time to actually do some art, which is something that I have been getting back into recently. And then following that, I had time to go to dinner. As you can see, this resort did have a lot of pretty cool animals. So there were like peacocks on the resort, two in particular that often walked around the resort. The next morning, I woke up early and I went back out to my favorite spot on the resort to take in the scenery again. I spent some time meditating and I did my own tarot reading. After that, I went and got some breakfast. There was only one restaurant at the retreat, but that restaurant served every single meal. Following breakfast and lunch, I went back out and I spent some time just kind of relaxing, listening to music, taking in the scenery. And then I got ready to go to dinner again. On the fourth day at the resort, I decided to actually venture off and I went to an animal sanctuary. So one really cool thing about Costa Rica is they don't have any zoos. They actually have animal sanctuaries. So a lot of what they do is they rescue animals and they, spend time helping them heal and then kind of like sending them back into the wild. So I got some time to connect with some animals while I was there. And then I came back to the resort in time for lunch. this was my last day at the resort, so I went to lunch and then I went to dinner, and it just so happened to fall on the full moon. So after dinner I went outside and I did a full moon ritual. I did some journaling, you know, just really took time to kind of slow down, be still, meditate, and connect. The next morning I woke up, I went out to my favorite space one more time, just to take in the last of the scenery. And then I went to breakfast and got ready to head on back home. This was an amazing experience, and I would definitely go back to this resort, and I also plan to take a lot more solo trips in the future. If you're interested in more content around plant-based travel or solo travel, please be sure to let me know in the comments. And thank you for taking the time to watch my video.